Welcome back to File Under Fire, a wrestling review podcast. My name is Brady. I am your host. Joined with me, as always, is Dom
Hi guys, hi guys. I delayed this shit for like 30 minutes. This is on me.
and Avi
Hey, Poopy.
and and our very special guest this week from the Wheelie Good podcast.
Yeah.
It's Biz.
Big moment.
I love the way
Yeah.
the podcast, guys, and all guys.
Yeah.
Yeah. Good.
I'm starring on what we call the competition this week.
Yeah, we decided to bring
Right,
in
this
the
is like,
competition.
This is like Rick Rude showing up on.
God damn it! I was gonna
Oh,
tweet that tomorrow.
Sorry. You can still do it. You can get it out before.
I'm still getting the bid in. I'm still getting the bid in.
no one's
But
gonna hear this until tomorrow morning.
Release until tomorrow morning. So
Yeah, you're not gonna hear this until tomorrow morning anyway. So
Some would say we are the return of the Monday Night Wars.
yeah, something like
I've
that.
been saying.
That is
Yeah,
true.
some would say that.
Some would say.
This week we're talking the matches of the first half of this year, contenders.
Yeah, and we have to apologize. I have to apologize to Biz. I asked her on for this episode. It's like she wished on a monkey's paw. We've been saving our friend here because she's so funny and cool. But I knew she could handle it because of, if you're a listener of the Wheelie Good Pod, you'll know she's been subjected to worse. So
yeah,
I've had to see upwards of 3 Conan matches.
this is as much as 2025 wrestling is gigantically booty cheeks. We brought probably the 4 best matches we could. There
It
may
took
be
me too long, bro, because I was like, I'm going to watch like everything I can from 2025 and find a gem.
You tried to watch 300 matches in 4 days.
Dude,
How many matches did you actually watch, by the way?
a lot.
I never even got past. I think I only got to like May. I finished the month of June out.
Well,
Still a lot.
That's
Yeah,
still a lot, yeah, actually.
Well, I have no idea what you thought you were going to get.
I thought it would. I thought there was enough diversity that it would it would be like a constant switch up. But like at the end of the day, it's still like I'm just watching nothing but wrestling. So I was like, I don't want to do this no more.
Yeah, I mean, hey, you watched more wrestling than I watched for this.
You watched more wrestling than I have all year.
And all I have to say, CMLL probably the best thing this year.
Yeah, I mean, I think, I hate to, say people are right. Especially,
dude.
Especially, some of the people in the wrestling sphere. But there's a reason the tastemakers have been so high on all the stuff coming out of Mexico, because it is far and
that's
away.
us, dude.
Well,
yeah,
but
they ain't even watching the best stuff we are.
Yeah.
But that's what I'm saying. Like, it's easy to watch American wrestling, obviously, if you're from. You don't even have to be from the U.S. Actually, you can be from literally anywhere. And
Saudi Arabia,
WWE, AEW,
India.
I don't think anybody's actually watching
Indonesia.
TNA, but I'm sure they are.
I actually legitimately watched a TNA match the other day.
Like
I
a current
remember
one?
The last time, yeah.
Was it that dog collar match?
Yes, it was the dog collar match. It was Masha Slamovich versus Killer Kelly. I was like,
that was a different fucked up dog collar.
Oh no, it was pretty good.
I was gonna say that sounds like it would be good, but
yeah, it was good.
Yeah, no, Masha's good, which is why I get really annoyed that she only works the worst promotions ever.
Yeah, it's bad. I always check, like if I see an Impact on Cage match, at the top of the page, I always check out of like morbid curiosity and laugh at it, and really, but it was very funny to turn on and see like there are people in the crowd. These are people who like probably regularly consume this and. Like they chose to buy tickets.
Yeah.
Folks, where's the lie? So yeah, Mexico is what a majority of this show is going to be based off of. It almost wasn't.
This is my King's Road.
It almost wasn't. I really wanted to bring.
I don't know. I'm sorry.
I'm like delaying the actual matches part, but I really wanted to bring the Mad Dog Connolly versus Tommy Davis match from St. Louis Anarchy. Because I love that match. Obviously,
I would have watched it.
For those who know me, know I'm kind of a homer for Anarchy and all the people who work here, because I like going to those shows. And like Mad Dog, obviously, I think the world knows Mad Dog is fucking sick. Um, Tommy Davis, I don't know if everyone knows yet, but like he
First
has
Tommy
all.
Davis match I've seen. But
He has
that match
only-
was really cool.
he. In fairness, like, not to say like, not to disrespect the St. Louis Anarchy booking, but he did kind of just get out of like, trios mid card hell. Like literally the whole time I've been going to Anarchy, like he's just been booked as like a trios mid card guy, which like is cool, but like it serves a purpose. He's not gonna get he's not gonna get any like shine there, right?
I've never been to St. Louis Anarchy because I'm not Missouri.
Yeah, that's true. I mean,
Same.
yeah.
That's true. Yeah, that's pretty true.
Yeah, do you get, well, I guess since I gave out my honorable mention before we get into the matches, you guys want to give out your honorable
Honestly,
mentions?
yeah. Anything with Defunto and Galeon Fantasma.
Yeah.
Second.
They're cool.
Seconded.
They're like they're awesome. Defunto cool because he's feetless. I mean, he's shoeless.
Holy shit! Carry Von Eric mode.
Honestly, I honestly want to really fuck with everyone.
That's only
and be like,
footless, actually.
This is my footless. This is my 2025 match of the year, and I just bring something from like the 80s.
I
thought about that too.
I also thought about doing that.
Many a time.
I'm glad we were all on the same thought process of doing that bit.
It's tough out here, man.
It is
It's
very
really
tough.
tough out here.
Dire. It's dire.
Like there is enjoyable wrestling, I think, in 2025.
Yeah, no, I probably will end up with like 50-ish, probably.
But
I don't know.
But I don't know, like when it comes to like what do you think of as like what is a great match? I think obviously varies from person to person, and more so like when you hold it candle to candle with either something similar from this year or when you hold it to something from any other decade, really.
That's the tough part because at any time you can just go watch like a Jumbo Saruta match or something. So it's like
what was that?
You're watching something from 2025 and you're like, yeah, this is fine, but I could be watching.
Was that Thursday night that I was watching like all those matches? They were just like these random like U.S. like not even, some of them weren't even territory matches.
You were watching old Fed shit, yeah.
Yeah, there was a couple old Fed matches. Like I watched a Macho Man, I think versus George the Animal Steel. I think is that match. And like, yeah, I don't know. I watched a bunch of random stuff I found on YouTube. It was after I watched that Von Erich's master or like compilation tape.
See, we were supposed to be talking about honorable mentions, and we're still talking about old wrestling.
Yeah,
exactly. Any honorable mention that I would mention is maybe I'll just probably bring it that 1 week.
Yeah, that's real.
I like Gajo Takahiro Baba, Big Bear Produce. I like that name of the event a lot. Big Bear. More people should do Big Bear.
Big Bear's a guy.
Should be called Big Bear Produce.
Big Bear Produce, because I'm not gonna lie, produce. I first think of like various fruit. Yeah, various fruits and/or vegetables. So I'm
the lettuce guy from Bossing Say.
You're not.
Yeah, I was thinking of
cabbage.
Cabbage.
Cabbage. My bad.
Carrots? Which one is the one?
Sorry to all our teenaged and autistic listeners. I fucked up the Avatar reference.
What's the?
You went right over my head. I don't fucking know it.
Which one just got recalled for E. coli?
That's lettuce. Gotcha. That's always lettuce.
Yeah, It's always romaine lettuce. Yeah.
Who's taking poops in the lettuce?
Dom,
It's like
not that. That's not what it. Oh my god.
It's like
I have to talk
how
to you about.
That does sound nice though.
Commercial agriculture
taking
now.
poop and
Just
lettuce.
A room full of lettuce.
I
It's
thought
like
you
when you see
fly
a
with poop.
big hill covered in, greenery, and you just want to roll down. It looks nice and cool.
Yeah, you want to roll in poop?
Yeah, shit
It's
on a bunch
like
of lettuce.
Kraft
Anyway,
mac and
my
cheese.
honorable mentions are.
Sorry, we're derailing. Not even 20 minutes in yet.
So bad.
Anyway, you're honorable.
Real, yeah, mine. So close to bringing and wanting to talk about Mark Briscoe versus Kyle Fletcher from a February Collision. Awesome TV match. Really fun, like babyface heel dynamic, blood. Stiff as hell. Very fun match. I loved the Manders pre-match from the fake promotion DPW. Every Damus match that's not the one that I brought. Every Shinya Aoki match.
That's true.
And many CMLL trios. I think those were the ones I had high up. Oh, Zandakan, Mascara Dorada, which is crazy because I don't even like Mascara Dorada that much, but that Zandakan is just.
I was gonna watch that, but I didn't. Is it stiffness? Is it stiff?
It's so good, man. It's really good. It's an awesome Zandakan performance.
You being a Pink Randall guy.
Yeah.
Yeah, you being a Pink Randall. Yeah, that's what he calls Kyle Fletcher. Pink Randall.
Oh, I got a different name for him.
Is it appropriate to say on the podcast, Dom?
What do you call it? I think he said gay. Okay, it's funny. I actually have to say this now because it's funny.
Gay Randy Orton.
Yeah, gay bro. Okay, so gay. He DM'd me randomly. Gay Randy.
What?
He said, "Did you watch that Briscoe Gay Randy match?" And I thought he was talking about one of the old Briscoes from NWA days, and he misspelled Gay Randy. I thought it was some guy, Gary Randy, like some territorial guy that I never heard of.
Just making up universes.
But then he was like, no, Gay Randy, which is Kyle Fletcher. That's true. No, that's true.
I have a preconceived notion that I can't stand looking at him, and he's an Osprey friend, so I can't. But
honestly,
yeah, I get
it. He's I will say because the only previous time I had seen him was in Arena Mexico last year, and I thought he was
when he stunk
from
out
a butt.
Yeah, but I haven't watched a ton of his stuff, but I've seen 3 or 4 matches from this year, and he's been really good.
Because he's studying Matt D's Twitter.
I mean, he must be.
It's literally, I cannot think of any other reason.
Yeah, you don't get a lot of like. The reason I love that match so much, you don't get a lot of just. I don't know. I don't watch WWE, so maybe I'm wrong. But like actual, like a babyface versus heel, like TV match.
Did it actually have a finish?
Yeah, it had a finish.
Oh yeah, then that didn't happen in WWE.
Yeah.
Was it a good match? That didn't happen.
Yeah, it was. They did 2 good matches. The Briscoe Ricochet match also. I know
I gotta watch.
You have to take my word for that one too. But that match was really great also.
That's funny about Matt D.
What?
The week of 2025 week searching. So this week, I was DMing him trying to find cool like French catch matches.
Was he sending you notes app? Like screenshots?
Dude, I cannot lie. I looked at like one message and then the next time he DM'd me, I left him undelivered. He's been undelivered for 2 days.
I will tell you how to get all the French catch matches when we're done. It's really easy. You don't have to DM Matt D. You don't have to hear his
It's on his
Bizarro
YouTube.
wrestling philosophy to get the French catch matches.
Biz, do you have any honorable mentions other than the match you brought?
I also hear Sam
no.
rolling her eyes at like everything.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I already talked about the Estrella Divina Carrillo matches on our pod, so I'll save that. But you should watch both of those; those are awesome.
Very fun, yeah.
The whole Mako retirement deal from actual match to the gauntlet to the procession is great. AEW, when they actually remember to book women, actually put on two of the best matches of the year with Mercedes and Athena and Tony and Mariah. So sorry that she died immediately after that match. It never
Yeah.
will be relevant again.
And fucking is talking about 4th of July.
Yeah. God damn. What a
sorry, that
rancid,
shit's
what a rancid company, country, etc.
yeah. Anyway.
Yeah, I know. I got a bunch, but like just generally, it's been a hard year. It's been a hard year.
That's real.
Yeah. So we should probably get to the actual
Yeah.
matches now.
Yes, the good stuff.
Yeah, to get in what we actually brought, I did bring. I don't know if you guys paid attention. I did list these in order of which they happened. So first off is Aubie's match. It is Osiris versus Deimos versus Amnesia from Zona 23.
It's fresh on my mind.
Yeah, it's very fresh on all of our
Very
minds. Yeah.
fresh.
From 126 2025, obviously. This you kind of explained it, Aubie. This was meant to just be like it was originally listed as just Deimos versus Amnesia, right?
Yeah, if you go, it's still on LuchaDB is listed wrong because it took me a second to to find the date on this. The poster and the card before the show was Deimos versus Amnesia, and then Osiris was defending the Zona 23 title against Atomico. And I don't know what happened in between. And I like even went to the Zona Facebook page and scrolled all the way back to January to see if there was like any explanation because obviously I don't speak Spanish. But there I didn't see any. But it's supposed to be Deimos versus Amnesia. They both have their entrances. Deimos gets on the mic and cuts a promo, and I assume he's asking for a three-way title match. I don't know. I know he says pendejo a bunch of times, and he calls him a pinche campeon.
I heard it, and it was all instantly translated with my instant translate mind operation.
I think I did hear him say huevos at some point.
Yeah, and he talked shit to the promoter too. That's who was like right in front of his face. But I don't know what he was saying. But anyway, Osiris comes out, and I do like. I think it's funny. Just to me, it's funny that I picked a triple threat death match.
Yeah, it's the two things that are like anti-ob.
Because I always say I'm not a deathmatch guy, but I do love Zona. I think it's different than American and Japanese deathmatch. It's more of just a crazy brawl. And
I was gonna say I did see on Cage Match. I did see somebody compared it to Freedoms.
I can see that, but then there's still like
I don't agree.
But Freedoms feels so much more. I don't want to say sterile because it's bloody, but like there are light tubes here, but it's not like a light tube derby. And part of this,
I think we're on the same page. Like we've talked about this, but we're far more into the like first half of FMW / like Houston and Memphis style brawling than the crazy death. You know what deathmatch
absolutely
warps
into.
Yeah,
I'm far more into a street fight than a whatever gimmick scissor board whatever.
Yeah, it's like 1,000,000%. And the deathmatch elements here, there's light tubes, but they're not breaking them over each other's heads. There's not 400 of them. They use the skewers, but they use the skewers in funny ways, and they don't overdo it. Like Deimos sack taps Amnesia with the skewers before he crushes them into Osiris's head. But I also think like my problem with a lot of triple threats is how contrived they are, and I said this when we were all watching it with Dom, pre-pod. But
Seconds ago.
It feels like this was like so off the cuff. You can tell they had like 2 spots to start, which are fun and crazy. But like literally as soon as they do the dive in that little sequence, Damus just picks up a chair and hits the closest person to him. And that's kind of how this match plays out. It's just like a sprint of like violence, and there's nothing contrived about it. They're all just constantly destroying each other with like whatever is on hand.
Trying to break anything they can over the other person, I think, is the way to
by
put it.
anything we mean every beer in the crowd.
In the vicinity.
Yeah. A lot.
Man, there are people, like, I was thinking about that when I was watching it by myself, and then obviously when we were just watching it with Dom. And, like, that was the one thing I kept thinking of, like, how cheap are these Coronas that they just keep giving them, like, half-drink Coronas to break over these guys' heads? Because, like, I mean, I get it.
Had a few by this point.
It seems like the kind of place you could probably roll up with your own cooler, too, because you pointed out there's a dude, like, sitting on a stool.
Yeah.
I think you buy your ticket to the junkyard and you're kind of...
Yeah, once you're in the door, it doesn't really matter.
Yeah, but I really wanted to bring a... If it wasn't going to be the Briscoe-Fletcher match, I really wanted to bring a Damus match because I think he hasn't had a ton of matches this year, but they've all been great. And going back and rewatching all that stuff, the Fishman match is probably funnier and has like some more fun moments. But like when originally the first time I watched this, I just thought it was like okay because I watched the full show. And, and like I was just kind of like there are some crazy matches on this show before this, and then a friend of mine was like, "Hey, you need to go back and watch that like cold without having already watched like 3 death matches."
Mm-hmm.
And so coming back and watching it, 5 months later, I was like, "Oh my god, this is by far the wildest, like stiffest thing I've seen all year."
I mean,
I think the Fishman Damus match is like my actual match of the year, but like, I'm not complaining about this.
This
is
very
like after
funny.
and this is like after I just saw, I was digging through the tapes and I saw Damus like last year do an Ishikawa-esque intergender match performance with with some
oh no.
with some folks. So
was that in DDT or was that in Mexico?
No, that was in a random shindy in Mexico. So, so that wasn't fun. So I was not in the best mood to start it up. Then it's a murderous rampage. So, and they hit like 3 fans, which is very funny.
The first, like, to really, I think, give a grand idea to, like, if you're just listening to this and you haven't watched the matches yet, right? Like, one of the first real things they do to each other with a weapon is breaking a car window, like a driver's car window, over their heads.
And appears.
Isn't it?
It does, and it's like it's divine intervention almost because Osiris has to take out 2 people with it, and it doesn't break when he brains Damus with it. So he gets another swing with it.
Mm-hmm. Which is so gnarly, dude. It is. You're gonna hear that word out of me a lot over the course of the next 2 matches. Maybe all of these matches, because it's saying gnarly is like the best way I can describe all of the things that happen. Right? Like, especially in these first 2, because they are a bit more deathmatch-ish. It's just like a lot of glass, probably too much glass, if we're being real.
Yeah, when the ref is counting and the glass is like
bouncing,
raising up off the mat, yeah,
that's gotta fucking suck. There's just glass in all your shit forever.
Amnesia takes out a freestanding monitor, so he's a big gamer guy. We learned
that one also appears out of nowhere, like right at the beginning of the match.
He channels Toby Klein Necro real quick and just breaks out a standalone computer monitor.
The the probably softest bump in the entire match is Demos brings over a full, I need to emphasize, full trash can and puts it on its
It's full.
side and then
And like a
hits
big
his,
Rubbermaid trash can. It's not like a fucking like WWE hardcore match.
yeah, it's
trash
like the
can.
blue, it's the big blue trash can.
And it's full of shoot trash.
Yeah, no, this is just a trash can that the venue has been
He
using
did not
for
sort this trash.
no.
So
And he,
fucking crazy.
who does he even spinebuster onto it? I don't even remember.
Amnesia.
I was gonna say, I think it was Amnesia, but
Yeah.
I don't remember. Yeah, but he like just spine like in like a not a nice spine buster either. Like
No, and then Osiris immediately comes over and they start. It's like the Mad Dog JYD match we watched. If they were on like gas station uppers, they're just rolling around in the dirt, trying to choke each other, like hitting each other at close range with beer bottles. You can't even like make out all the times that they hit each other with beer bottles because it's just such like a casual
honestly,
offensive
say
maneuver.
Gotta
that
suck.
part right of these three being on gas station uppers might be the most accurate way to describe all of their performance in this match because they
I
are
mean, yeah,
like
they look like they're fucking dead by this point.
There's-
And there's also the very, I think half the appeal of Zona is the cameramen getting lost in the crowd trying to follow these guys.
yeah, and so you just cut to
Clearly,
the
once
hard
again,
cam.
signaling they've not called a single thing in this match.
Yeah.
They're just like, I'm gonna hit you now. Fuck you. Which that
I
works.
hope you get over to this car really quickly.
Oh my god, the car. Holy.
That's cool
Like,
too, though, because when they do pull back to the hard cam, you see all the crowd like
Running.
over
Run.
towards the car. Yeah,
dude, yeah, I don't what does he even do on the car?
I had to watch it like 3 times because they cut to it right when it starts. It's like a scoop slam, but they
I
don't
roll
let
body
go of each
slam.
other.
Oh.
They don't.
Yeah.
Yeah, they don't let go of each other. They just tumble down the car
Like, that's
and
gotta
both
fucking
eat shit.
suck.
Yeah, and then
Yeah,
Osiris
and then-
comes over and hits them with beer bottles.
And then
They don't break.
and then they try and like do a double like a tag team vertical suplex on Osiris onto the car and he luckily over rotates and like hits it with his feet so he doesn't die.
Yeah.
Yeah, he
would-
did not do the Sadiq Maiden bump where they roll through the hood.
I have not seen that match. I actually should see that.
You should.
Oh
You
yeah, that match
absolutely
is
should.
unreal, man.
I've
Is
also not
it
seen that match.
clipped in all forms, or is it like...
I think it's on IWTV, right? Or is it clicked there?
I don't
I
know
don't
if
know.
it is. It's been a while since I've watched it, but
I've seen that. I think it was like 13 when I watched it.
yeah, but
But, like,
there are
They
moments
packaged
that
pile driver through
yeah.
the windshield.
burned into my mind.
So the finish comes here, right? With they somehow pull a car hood out from under the ring. You know, normal
The
Normal
signature
place
Zona
to
weapon.
yeah, normal place to keep that. And then they put a bunch of light tubes onto it, and Demus arm drags Amnesia onto the light tubed hood.
Yep.
And then Osiris double stomps him to fucking hell, pins him, and retains.
I mean, double stomp has got to be one of the most violent, probably the most violent move ever, right?
Well, I mean,
Not
there's.
the last time we'll see it.
I was gonna say there's 3 of them this week.
No, there's 2 in Biz's match. There's 1 in your match, and there's 1 in my match. If
Is
I'm
there one in
counting
your
correctly.
match?
Yeah, it's the finish.
There's,
Yeah,
dude,
we're
there's.
talking about it.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah, you're right. You're right.
Yeah.
My brain was switching your match and Dom's match.
Yeah, that's fair.
I was like, I don't remember one in the.
Well, it
the
could have
next guy.
happened
Make up
off
for
camera
it.
in the netherworld
In
of
the-
Yeah,
who
he
just
just
like-
went
knows?
for it.
yeah.
It's like
Um.
0 out of 10. They didn't do any double stomps. Very
yeah, this is
cage
not a
match
match of the
reviewer.
year contender, actually. This is I mean, it's a lucha brawl.
I don't know
in-
when Demus lost his shirt, but like
Oh,
that
no, I
That's a
do-
good
I-
question. I didn't even think about
And also,
Betty
I
Hunt,
noticed after the body slam, I did notice that his fly was also torn open.
He when he takes the shirt off after, like, right after he gets the clothesline from Amnesia, when Amnesia like goes to clothesline him with the light tubes and like it doesn't break the first time, so then he hits it the second time. After he gets up from that to, I think, then attack Osiris, he has the shirt off.
Yeah, and he's pretty well glazed over for like the last third of this, so he probably was running on
thinking.
instinct at that point.
At-
Yeah,
at
because
one point-
it's not just the weapon shots in this that are rough. Like
The head
all the
bust.
strikes are rough.
Yeah, but like,
did-
I don't know,
I-
man. Some of these some of these bottles do not break on the first try.
Oh no!
So-
If you're familiar with you know how heavy a beer bottle is, like I don't. That would be a fun thing. One time when I was in college, we tried to count how many people Arnold Schwarzenegger killed in Commando. But at the end, he starts shooting like rocket launchers at like trucks full of people and like blowing up full buildings. So we lost track. But I think it might be fun to go watch this and like count
how many
beer bottles
fans?
are broken.
Oh, I was gonna say
Well,
how
I
many
did
fans
count how
get
many
hit by
fans got
glass.
hit.
Yeah.
I did count that. The LA Park fan in the beginning who picks up his chair and just throws at Osiris's head. He
That guy was
very
great too,
upset.
because right before that you see him just like housing a beer
Yeah,
in the
he was
LA
very
Park
upset when he
mask.
stole his chair there.
And it's so funny, like everything else in the match, like when they take the fans out, there's zero hesitation. It's just like,
No, they roll
Yeah.
on top of
yeah,
them.
you're going down now.
One of my other favorite things is very much in the beginning, right after that as well, where Osiris takes his shirt off to do a chop battle with Demus, and he just no-sells the chop and just starts headbutting him. That's the type of chicanery I love to see.
It's pretty beast, yeah.
Yeah, this match, honestly, like, it's not one I had seen.
No, this
actually-
shot up my list.
The only match that we're gonna review that I'd actually seen was my own. Prior to this week, right? So like, yeah, same thing. This is yeah, no, I didn't even watch like the next match, which, I mean, I guess we can get into it. It is it's the Lobitos versus Los Poros NG. Is this, what do you like, is Invasion Indie the promotion name?
I think
Yes.
so.
Okay, yeah, from Invasion Indie
Quietly one of the best promotions of the year.
for 1925.
And they
Dude.
just reran this. I don't know if it made tape or not, but when I was looking for
The
this, they
cage?
had it. No, they did. They've done it since.
Oh,
So
fuck.
they've done it
Well,
3
the
times.
cage
I don't know if
match
the Los Poros, if it was the same 3 guys, but it doesn't matter. All of the Los Poros NG guys are fucking awesome.
They're also all the
Absolutely
son of
sick.
Ovet. And connective tissue, before I forget, Lunatic Extreme is the one who beat Amnesia for his mask.
Yeah.
Fun.
And
Lunatic
Aster
Extreme
Boy
is
is
awesome.
Amnesia's brother.
Yes, and Aster Boy is Amnesia's brother. And
Whose
he's also
brother
the brother
And his
is-
brother,
His brother is
he-
Amnesia.
is Amnesia.
It's a
No one will
bit for
get it,
just
it's fine.
ourselves, yeah.
Yeah. As Dom said, all these guys, sons of Ovet from the original Los Poros, that also included Angel O Demonio, the famous attempted murderer.
Huh?
What?
You guys don't know about Angel O Demonio?
No.
Okay,
That's
so
not
well,
the murderer I know.
he's dead now. He died of COVID.
Oh, okay.
But before you hit the RIP, he's his most famous moment. He's one of those guys. If you go look on Cage Match, he has like his score is like less than
0.84.
1. Yeah,
Mhm.
because as a receipt for a chair shot in a match, he threw an actual cinder block from the ring and hit. I think it was.
Oh, he's
Crow
that guy.
in the head with
Oh
the cinder
my
block. Yeah, and,
Wait,
like he
who
had a
did
brain
he-
bleed and almost
Who
died.
did he hit?
I think the guy's name was Cuervo. Maybe it's been a long time. That was like
Not
right.
that
when I
clever.
No, not the
Not Poochie's goat.
yeah. Yeah.
Oh, man.
Let me look up Angel Demonio and
I feel like that is.
Yeah, it has a
almost-
flat 1 right now. It was a
Yeah.
casket match too. Oh my god. And it was a Meme's co-promoted show.
Why is it whenever I type in Angel El Demonio into Google?
Demonio.
No, if you type in Angel Angel El Demonio, the first selection is Wattpad.
It's Angel o Demonio, which translates to like angel or demon.
No, I
also
know,
think
but
there's
it's
a
very
shot for it.
it's way funnier to see the Wattpad
Yeah,
thing.
yeah, and there's like a soap opera or something that's also called that. Anyway,
God, it's an Hijo de Elia Park in Elia Park, Maine.
Oh
Oof.
wow, that's
And
hilarious.
Davis is on this show.
Yeah, but
What? And Cerebro Negro, what the fuck? All our goats.
oh man, he is not related to any of these guys. Ovet was their dad, who was also in the original Los Poros, and their gimmick was just like gangster, I guess.
Well,
But
yeah.
Poros and G, another like Galleon Phantasma, a group that's just having great matches all over the place all the time right now.
Yeah,
One of the few bright spots.
They're great. And I
every
love them.
time I see what was the match with the Ovet Jr. Sexy Pop? I can't remember.
Oh, okay. Let me remember. Ovet. It was okay. Advertencia. I can't. These are hard names. Lunatic Extreme and Ovet versus
So I have fucked up every Lucha.
Memo Romero, Shere Khan, and Teramoto. And Shere Khan is the one who I don't know if he does something backstage or something happened, but yeah, Ovet just punches the shit out of him like as hard as he can 4 times. I don't know why, but it's pretty awesome. Sexy Pop.
I'll dig that from you later.
I tell you what,
it is so good. It's fucking crazy.
And then Lobito's on the other side of this. Who the fuck are these guys? Where did
Lobito?
they come
I don't know.
Yeah,
They look like battle cats. They look like battle cats.
Lobito's harder to figure out which one is which than if I'm watching a Brazos match.
So what I figured out, Lobito
tell one
Primero has the one with the back, with the one on the back. Lobito Segundo had the red on him, and Lobito Tercera is the little tiny one because he I think looking up on YouTube he gets booked in minis stuff a lot.
Okay.
Yeah, perfect.
See, this
But,
is
I
what,
saw
the one who does the Otsuka dive, but
yes, I thought the same thing. I was Flo sent this match, and he has great taste, so I watched it. I was like, where the fuck did these guys come from? And honestly, this is a super dom match because animals, and I'm telling you, cats have held the mask game over for years. The dogs are coming in. Coyote, Lobitos, yup. There's another one I'm forgetting, but
Their masks are really awesome.
yeah. Then they get torn.
Really great.
They get torn up here.
Primero's mask is fucking crazy. I identified him because he had the longest pelt.
That's like real male alpha dimorphism shit.
At some point, I stopped trying to identify them, and I would just write one of the Lobitos. So it's how
it doesn't get that confusing because the weird thing about this match is that like when like one member of a team is in the ring, the rest of them are like in purgatory
running
somewhere.
Away.
Yeah,
there's definitely a point late in the match where I'm trying to remember who it was. I think it's like Ovet in the ring by himself, and you see Superboy in the background just like wander
just
up
watching.
the ramp, Mystico style, and then he comes like tearing ass back down the ramp. In my mind, he went up there and like chugged a beer or something.
There's a point too where like like Ovet is in the ring. We're skipping way ahead here, but like Ovet is in the ring, like just getting his ass beat, and then it pans over to Superboy on the floor, like clapping, trying to get the crowd behind him.
Okay, I wrote that down. That drove me insane.
I was like,
he is getting 3-on-1 ass stomped to shit, and Superboy and Lunatic Extreme are firing up the crowd while he's dying.
I'm telling you, they learned that from watching Mystico, dude. If you go watch like a Sky Team match, there is always a point where Mystico is like at the steps, just like looking around while his friends get their ass kicked.
I always noticed that like Dr. Wagner Jr.
He got the revenge
Guerrero.
back on it.
Yeah, Ultra Guerrero. He did get the revenge, and he was waving his little arms around.
Yeah, And we
There's
skipped
a-
ahead, but this is like it's a really simple like layout for the match. The beauty of this match is just how it like very
How it
quickly
devolves.
escalates to like everything being fucking horrible.
Yeah.
It's like
In a complimentary
it
sense, like
sways and
brutal.
Like the
It
first like
sways and swings in momentum in very ways. Like it's like 2.5 minutes of like good, but like
really
not,
good lucha. I really
like
enjoyed it.
really good, but like not very, stand out, I guess. And then like a minute of the craziest shit, and then back down for like 5, and then the last 10 are the craziest shit you've
Yeah,
ever
I
seen.
think like from like 11 minutes on, it is like absolutely insane.
Yeah. There's
Yeah,
When
so
I
much
first
there-
watched this in a like I can remember when and where I watched matches pretty well. So I was awoken from a slumber to all like 3 or 4 of you like talking up how this is the greatest thing ever. And then I just roll over and I see that the destroyer spot, and I'm like, well, I gotta watch this now. So I was
Oh
so
my God,
delirious
the
that I didn't even
destroyer
realize.
spot.
I didn't even realize how the fuck this match ended when I first watched it. I was just like, I guess it's just done. Like they just all died. And
They're all
Yeah.
dead. Yeah, after that last like
I mean,
2
that
minutes, they're
basically
just
is-
all dead.
That basically is how it ends. It's a double count out because they all died.
All right, we
There's sounds like you said though, it starts with like some nice but pretty standard like indie wrestling stuff. And to me, the point where the first like launch point is the Super Callow dive that
Yeah.
takes out the front row.
It's so
and
awesome.
then Lunatic Extreme comes in with the cookie sheet, and to me
Oh
that's
my
when it's like,
God.
okay,
Dude.
we're done like wrestling now. We're just gonna try
Yeah.
to kill each other.
He always
Yeah,
does
like-
that with the fucking cookie sheets. He's like, I'm just gonna take liberties now. It's awesome.
Dude,
and then someone in the crowd hands him La Pina Extrema.
yes.
That's
What
what
the
I'm
hell? Was
confused.
that like Venganza came down or something? What the hell was that? Somebody just hands La Pina Extrema over the barricade.
The dude, I specifically remember this because he had a beer in one hand and the pineapple in the other. Like he,
Yeah, and
it
if you're
was-
not familiar with La Pina Extrema, somebody describe what this is.
It's just a pineapple with skewers in it. Like it's like it's like an even crazier version of like when they did those Gringos VIP versus Black Terry and Friends matches in IWRG in 2010. Like when they would break out the nopales. This is just the like logical conclusion of that, where we will just get a hard fruit and stick spikes in it and hit you with them.
yeah, and try and stab you in the face through your eye hole of your mask. Not tear the mask first. Let's grab the pineapple
Gouge.
and try and use the skewer to go into the eye hole of your mask and stab your face, which is
Yeah, because
insane.
he like he gets in the ring, and I think it's Superboy is like tearing his mask, and he's trying to get him to tear the mask, but he's got the pineapple, and he wants to use the pineapple, and it's like it's another one that feels like they didn't talk about this. Somebody just made their own and brought it for
Yeah.
Boros.
I
I
like
don't
to
even know
think
if
it's like their brother, and they just like brought down a cooler or something.
Yeah, it's just like that's what I was like. Okay, this has to be just somebody else who's in Los Poros NG, because there's like 5 or 6 guys in the faction, right?
R.I.P. Lunatic Joe, real quick.
Yeah.
We miss you, Joe.
We miss Joe.
But
Yeah,
then there's
the-
another like funny part immediately after the all that stuff where like the other Lobitos have been in purgatory for like 5 minutes, and it's like their brother gave them a health potion or something, and they all just come like completely fine, like
It's
charging
just-
back into the
I
ring at the same
laughed
time.
so hard.
There's-
that all 3 of them walked up from the back.
there's one point where I don't remember who it is on the ramp, but one of the guys from Los Poros is on the ramp using the pineapple to like stab somebody in the face, and then in the ring it cuts and one of the Lobitos is getting suplexed onto the car window.
I mean, they just
Yeah,
back and
what the
forth.
fuck? Where did they find a pre-broken car window?
From Zona.
Probably.
They brought it.
They drove over.
They strapped it to the hood of the car and
He just
Dude.
put it over the other window.
I was dying.
And then they fucking do the Spirit Squad spot on it. But Facebuster style.
Yeah.
Bro, I mean, onto the glass, and then, I don't know. I think Lobito Tercera at some point cut his finger open because he holds it in a funny way the whole match. I also like that they all notice a pretty girl in the front row who's going crazy for the match and immediately start playing for her. I think that's very funny.
I did not notice that. That's hilarious, though.
I think I immediately start pointing at her and shit. They're like, yeah, yeah.
Smart.
Yeah, the Facebuster. One of the things around that time that finally started to annoy me was how like the horns in the crowd could not.
Well, the Vuvuzelas were going nonstop, but like the crowd is so hot for this.
But the problem with my problem with the Vuvuzelas is that they're not synchronized. So like, and it's not like.
I mean, good luck trying.
It's not like it's one side to the other, and like, or something. It's
They're playing jazz on those motherfuckers.
Yeah.
Dude, I was like, and like,
You must acquire a taste for freeform jazz.
at some point, somebody comes over a live mic to start the like, Esi Lucha like chant with the Vuvuzelas.
Indie Lucha's so cool.
It's so bait. I love shitty like local like commentators just coming on the mic and trying to get the crowd fired up. That's like one of my favorite tropes.
This is Tijuana, right? Like this is.
I didn't look.
It is the wait, what?
Because I saw like at the end of the like file.
I'm on my work computer. I'm going on LuchaDB. I'm a freak.
I do that. I have a LuchaDB tab permanently open.
Wordle is so hard today.
Oh, bro, we were playing in the egg. I'll tell you about it later, Dom.
I'm trying to keep
Somebody
my mind
cheated like
active.
a motherfucker.
Dude, I'm about to cheat. I just put in the word "hammet." It's not even a word.
Oh nah, dude, you're so far off. Holy shit,
bro! Look at this word I just put in. This not even a real word.
Okay, this is an Aztec word that I can't say.
Yeah.
Yodel.
Yeah, I'm looking at it.
Yeah, Arena Nesa.
It's in Arena Nesa? Okay.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
Okay.
The only reason I suggested
awesome. And we were supposed to go to fucking Mexico like right before the pandemic hit, and I'm still pissed off about it.
The reason I suggested that was because the end of the file. The end of the file shows like a TIJ something other like is like the Facebook page. So maybe it was just like those are the people that filmed it.
All the like uploaders and promotions and shit in Indie Lucha is like so inscrutable, which really adds to the charm for me.
Yeah.
It's also like a kind of a barrier.
Y'all are keeping us alive.
Yeah, it's a barrier to entry for like stupid people. We have to gatekeep this. We can't. I don't think we should publish this episode.
That's fair.
Yeah,
you're right.
That's fair.
You're right.
Yeah.
We can't.
But yeah, it's like it's so hard to figure out. Like, it's not hard. You just have to. You have to know how to do it to figure out. Like, okay, what's the promotion name? What is the uploader's name? What is the channel name? Like, what is the date on this?
I mean, yeah, that's the only thing that I have for LuchaDB is just having to try to figure that shit out.
I said Hammett.
Like
Hammett.
Much like so we get a Lobitos dive over the ring post, which was really cool. At this point is also when I wrote the like much like the beer bottles being the through line weapon in the previous match, the pineapple is that here. Which obviously I get, like it's like a popular gimmick weapon, but it's just very funny that like it will disappear for like a minute or two, or like even longer than that, and then like all of a sudden somebody has it and they're trying to stab somebody with it again, which is like hilarious to me. It disappears entirely. Nobody has it, and then 5 minutes later, oh look, one of them is getting stabbed with it, and then it's I don't even know. Like, this is the point where my notes like are not very clear, but like there's a lot of stuff like we said with Ovette Jr. getting kind of just like dog walked.
Yeah, he gets a
Um,
3-on-1 beatdown, which is payback
Fuck.
for like a long Poros heat segment too. So
I like that
he had it
Toto,
coming.
aka Oved Jr.'s fight. Looks fun.
he at
Toto.
he
Toto
gets
Gamer, that was his first name. Toto
What?
Gamer.
Toto Gamer.
You know what's actually also funny about these guys? If you go on their Lucha wikis, they were a part of a child stable called
Dude, that was so crazy, and they were like child nerds,
Los Cheeky Nerds. Yeah, a kid version of Los Nerds.
and it's just kids with glasses on.
One of Los Nerds is the former Ray Phoenix. Okay, I actually didn't. I mean, there's just craziness in this
Well, that
world.
tracked.
Fuck you.
got him. Boom, boom.
WWE.
But also, they're lying because they're lying about this because I just looked at all the. It doesn't matter. So I don't care. Los Cheeky Nerds. They were children. His name was Erwin, Superboy Jr.
Dom, what's your favorite part of this
Erwin.
match? Why did you pick this match?
Because I like that it's fun and I like that they're wolves.
And they're bloody.
Yes, and
They're
there's blood.
very bloody.
are.
Ovette
I
Jr.
swear to God, that's why. I think it's fun. It's a good pace.
Yeah,
Ovette
no, that's
Jr. at one point rolls out of the ring, and like you can see where it's just like back bloodstain, back bloodstain, back bloodstain, like all the way out, and I'm
Yeah.
like, whoa, that is like
Oh, dude, also, Primero, Lolita
disgusting.
Primero does a cool suplex.
Mm-hmm.
And
And
that makes me a fan.
yeah, so the I guess finish of this
Yeah.
match
the climax.
is so you get a vertical suplex onto the ramp, which is
And that ramp sounds like it fucking sucks.
yeah, it is
there's
wood.
there's no
Like
balance.
it's just straight wood. Yeah.
And
Um,
it had like there's 3 more bumps on it before the end of the match.
So the vertical suplex is nasty, but this Canadian destroyer, I think
Holy
it.
shit.
I
We
genuinely
found it. Dom
think it.
found the good Canadian destroyer.
I
Yeah, I
genuinely
don't
think it breaks
mind-
the ramp.
I do not mind Canadian destroyers in matches as long as the way you structure everything beforehand, like you work for it.
Mm-hmm.
Which
Yeah,
I guess that's every move. If you work a good match, I'm cool with anything.
Yeah, and like Biz said, it is just a double count out. That is how it finishes, and this builds right. Like they have a cage match that.
Yeah. Well,
Is
I think
fantastic.
the gnarliest ramp bump is when Ovette.
Ovette
swooshes.
Jr.'s splash. Oh my
Dude,
god.
the splash! Dude, he slides
The
off
splash
and
of
there's like
death.
blood.
He spins off of him. Like
And
Mhm.
it's
only
perfect
person
because
I've-
it like can't get up either. Like that's the finish, right? They're all dead, but he does the splash in such a way that like it kills both of them.
and then it just turns around and Lunatic Extreme and I think it was Segundo, Lobito Segundo do like a rolling snapmare driver off the corner through the car window again.
I don't know. I think that's Primero. I don't know what the fuck he does that for, but it's awesome. They fuck it all up.
Well,
It
that
looks
kills
fun.
him too.
Yeah, they killed both of each
Also,
other.
I just wanted to throw out there that according to Lucha DB, this is the second match of the night.
I was. Hold
Yeah,
on,
I
I
would
did-
just leave.
I'm
After this,
done.
yeah.
They're putting Bracero Jr. on after this, and
They
Maximo.
they are actually.
And-
Oh
and
no!
So we
fucking-
this is the rest
Oh
of the.
my god, La Secta's on after this.
Oh god.
Where's the pigs?
That really
versus
makes
the
a lot of sense though, because the part of the fun of this match is that it does feel like it starts like a normal match, and then it just goes completely haywire.
And this is the beauty of wrestling, that anyone can have a good match, and anyone just like and just decide to cut loose and just try to kill each other.
Amen.
Yeah.
Speaking of
So yeah,
people
you
who
guys ready for the Maximo match?
speaking of people who probably shouldn't be having good matches in 2025, but instead they're having great matches in 2025. My pick of the week, it is Paul London versus Naone from
This match was really
CMLL
fucking good.
What a dude,
5
this
to
match was so
25.
good.
Can't believe
So-
Naone's still doing it, right?
Yeah, so here's the deal, right? Obviously, like, I've brought a Paul London match on this pod before. I am a Paul London enjoyer. And when
As is Dom.
Yes, I
Yeah.
would have brought him at some point.
He's still hot here, by the way.
Yes.
Dad
Oh,
hot,
yeah,
but
that's
hot.
fine. I would not bring
I'd
my
say
wife
this
to a
is
Paul
better.
London show because she would be stolen.
But no, you'd be stolen.
Yep, true. Bye, wife.
as so like as this match was announced, like I'm also like I personally am really big on Naone. I don't think that's like a a a, a hot take or anything. I think a
Yeah,
lot of
you're
people
not the only one. Yeah.
Yeah, I think a lot of people like Naone, but like I personally I enjoy and like I especially enjoy when Naone is booked in Relampagos, which this is.
Relampagos are just really fucking good match types.
He
Yeah.
he works the 10 minutes very well. And so when this match got announced, right? Because everybody's like, "Oh, they're running this MLW like co-promotion show." And so everybody's like kind of like, "Okay, this match might be all right. This match might be all right." This one got announced and I literally before like a month before, however long it was after this got announced, I was like, "Oh, this is going to be a match of the year contender." I was like, "This is
No,
it."
literally,
Like,
it was like tremors were going off when this
and
got
I
announced. It felt.
I was like at the start I was memeing. But like as it grew closer and closer, I like started to believe my own hype.
But we talked about it there, right? Like you were not super familiar with 2025 Paul London and like the way that he works because this
No.
this is very far, obviously, from ROH Paul London.
I think he's
Yeah.
so stiff as shit in this. I think it's awesome.
Oh,
As-
he's like he's gotten better
Mm-hmm.
because
So-
he's like
so-
he's we we'll talk about it, but like he doesn't look it, so it makes like the vicious and like he's quick still. His
Yeah.
cutoffs are like so good and vicious and quick, and he's like a goof in between. It's so good.
The swanton like cradle capture. You know what I'm saying? Where he like jumps off
When he
the
rolls
rope.
over the rope.
Yeah, and he gets him in like a cradle pin. I don't know how he did that. He's very deceivingly.
Yeah,
quick.
like he's definitely one of those guys that you can tell like wrestling has started to take a toll on his body. Like he can't,
Got
like
a little belly.
Got a little belly on him.
got a little belly. He's not his legs don't look like
Scruffy.
they want to work as nice as they used to.
Fine in knees, but he's not doing everything else well.
But he's made it
Well-
work for him, and he goes around now and does like seminars.
Mhm.
And obviously, I'm not a wrestler, but like
my.
watching from a distance, I feel like you should be going to the Paul London seminar because he is as fun to watch now as he was when he was like one of the freakiest freaks, like ever. And he doesn't have that anymore.
Mhm.
But like he does stuff in this match, like
You think
Oh,
his
go ahead.
seminars are like his shoot interviews?
I've heard that they're very good. I hope
It's
so.
not-
The shoot
it's not
interviews are
AAA.
very good. Yeah, but like
Yeah, it's not his
like,
fault.
he sets the
shoot
pace
interviews aren't
here.
his fault.
He lets it breathe. Like they build so perfectly to the 10 minutes here, and like everything hits so hard, and I think it's all due to him like letting it breathe at the beginning and setting the pace and pissing the crowd off.
He is
And he makes it
fantastic at
so much
frustrating.
easier for Naone to
like, get the
get the
pops.
crowd with him. Yeah.
Yeah,
He does the
because
thing. He does a thing where he tries to like this. This blew my mind. Okay, because this is like the polar opposite of every other 2025 match. He tries to start a clap, and he gets booed. Right?
Yeah.
Usually it's the opposite. You're trying to get booed, and people start clapping. And then
Mhm.
30 seconds later, when Naone hits a comeback, he starts a clap, and the crowd is so with him. And like the crowd is mic'd like shit as always, but
Yeah.
it still comes through how loud they are for this. Like they're reacting huge to everything in this match.
Yeah, it's it's something really just like fun about it. Like it feels like a good match to watch, right? Like it feels like I'm excited to turn it on, even if like not knowing that this is going to be that, right? I think that comes across in a lot of CMLL matches. Like it feels like a fun environment still, even if the crowd's mic'd
Yeah,
like
it's like the
shit.
only stuff I'd want to watch live at this
Yeah.
point if I kept
It's
up with
the
that.
it's I mean,
Everything I've watched live since like last March has been CML.
yeah, it's the one thing I really want to watch live,
That's the
like
lovely
every
thing
week.
about Mexico, though, man. Even if a match is bad, the crowd will always be alive, and the matches are rarely
Or if
bad.
you're Okada, they'll chant, next fight at you.
What does that mean?
It's because
Like
they're
he's going
tired.
off the stage.
Yeah, they want
did.
them out of
Off the
there.
stage, you bum.
You're
That
right.
happened last
Boo!
week at that AEW show. They did the Okada Briscoe match, and it was like they
He
were
got
wrestling
booed out the
underwater.
building.
Yeah, and they got the Otre Lucha chant.
Um, but yeah, like Paul London kind of just like he just works this match as like an expert heel. Like, I don't, I mean, I don't know if there's really any other way to put it. Like
No, it's a masterful performance.
He's the
he
best guy in Arena Mexico this year to do a Rainmaker.
No doubt.
he does like.
You can the years of working TV matches come through.
Mhm.
What
Yeah.
is he doing in MLW right now? Like,
Probably fucking nothing.
I mean,
Yeah,
yeah,
who
that's what
knows?
my thought is, because every time I see one of those bullshit ass cards come out, he's never booked.
He's probably just backstage producing or some bullshit like
Probably
that.
just backstage digging in his butt and shit.
Yeah, that too.
Well,
Taking a
hopefully
poop.
he's giving tips and pointers and again seminar. We saw him. I've said this before. I don't know if on the pod, but like he was at SCI last year.
Yeah.
And he did the Demus full trash can deal. That's one of
Yep.
his signature maneuvers. Singing Thunderball too. He
Connective
didn't get to do
tissue.
that here. But
I really wanted him to sing here, by the way. That's a
yeah,
different.
yeah.
Like, I really wanted him to get the full singing entrance, but I know that's really not like a CMLL thing.
Well, they
I
weren't
don't
gonna
think it
pay
would
for
get over.
Thunderball. But my wife, like, she likes to go to the shows. She doesn't give a shit about like if it's on TV, she's not watching. She has fun going to the shows for shit like this, right? Like I'm going crazy for like Mad Dog Tank and all that shit. She loved old fat Paul London. She thought this was like the greatest shit she had ever seen, and that's why it works so well in Arena Mexico with all the tourists, right? He's just such a master. It's what pro wrestling should be.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, he's like, I love the point too when like, he does a lot of like heel, um, like you said, letting stuff breathe, um, lining Naon down for him to be able to get like, to kit back up and like get a little bit of a comeback going. And then like the other thing too, I think in like the kind of first half, right, that Naon does amazing is that everything that Paul London does to him, he like dies on. Even on like the smallest things, right? Like London like chops him in the corner and he like folds over and is like laying on the
Like,
ropes.
those were pretty thunderous.
Yeah, and I think again that's like London setting the pace. It lets everything breathe, and it
Yeah.
like I tweeted this, but like there, I think the Rudo side, young Rudos in CMLL are like way ahead of the young Technicos in terms of like of working a crowd and working a match. Like they have a lot of like very spectacular young Technicos, but you don't always get this level of like fire and that selling like that.
I was gonna say Neon makes everything look like $1,000,000.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I think credit to him because he's great in this match, but he doesn't always do that. Like I feel like that's kind of down to London like the way the match is structured and the way that it plays out.
I
It's
feel like
so perfectly paced.
I don't know how London got those loud ass chops because I feel like Arena Mexico is that ring is banked like ass, and he
Yeah,
still
it
looked
tells
good
you
to
how
top.
brutal they were.
Yeah,
He's
he
just
still lit
killing
this
them.
shit up.
Yeah, the like lariat he does, and like Naon just doing a full flip bump, but like doing it in a way that like he's just Peter Griffin dead almost. Um,
Peter
do
Griffin Dead is a very good way to put it.
yeah, he's just laying there like just broken. The the vertical suplex onto the ramp is like the first, I think, real nasty thing we see. Um, like when
Yeah, and
he
even that, London is the one delivering the move, but like the way he sells it, killing him, makes it seem so much more devastating for Naon.
Mm-hmm. Well, yeah, because I mean, like you can literally see both of them bounce, right? Like they hit the ramp and then come back off the ramp and then back down. Like no, so it's like sucks for both of them. And that's like really the first real nasty thing. Like you said, Dom, the slingshot cradle pin that he gets.
Actually, I can't stop thinking about that. That's crazy beautiful. And he makes it look smooth as fuck.
And like you get to a point where like obviously because it's a Relampago, you have the timer. And like there's 3 minutes left. And like you're like there's this is like they're not even like like there's still a lot left in the tank here. Like these guys could go for like 10 more. Even though like Naon's dead, Paul is
I like the finish a lot too. Yeah.
yeah, and like dude, so London goes for his like he does his like drop kick miss like through the second rope spot, which we get a great camera angle for because you get like the shot of him coming towards you, which I thought was brilliant because then you get a great like oh shit face out of Paul,
Mm-hmm.
and then you get a big Naon dive, like just like massive. Uh, Naon ends up and like after that, Naon ends up on the ramp, like on his like hands and knees, and London like double stomps him straight to his back, which is
Yeah, I can't believe they had a double stomp spot. That was crazy good.
dude. I remember watching it live, and since then, and every time he like stands up on the top rope, my brain is like, "There's no way he's making it, right? Like he is not. He's not gonna make it from the turnbuckle to the ramp."
And that's what I was talking about. He's so good at playing like the crafty heel who has to use like, you know, every advantage he can get, that it's like more impressive when he does something like so sudden or athletic.
Mm-hmm.
Like you don't expect it, even though it's Paul London.
And then like to go in the ring, London sets up for the London Star Press, which he almost doesn't get around because he does not get the height that he used to, and like just eating all the shit on it, like face first, bounce off the mat, and then Naon gets up, goes for like his inverted senton bomb, and also eat shit on it. And it's not like that happens and the time runs out. Like as soon as Naon hits the bump, there's like 20 seconds where they're just both dead. And like they can't get up and the like time runs out and it's like a perfect crescendo of like now you want more. Like
Yes,
I need more of this. It's not
that's
a
definitely something they could run back too.
I think they're supposed to.
Yeah, I
I
think it
think
was booked for MLW
yeah, it
at
was
some
booked on
point,
an
right?
MLW show. It's just
Yeah.
who knows when the hell we're gonna see that, or if I'll ever actually watch it because it's MLW.
That's real.
We'll get a report from Foose.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah, it'll tell us.
big
It'll go
MLW
live.
guy. Maybe yeah, I was gonna say maybe even be there live. But
He'll
yeah,
tell us
like
about the Matthew Justice matches.
Who the fuck is Matthew Justice? What a name! What a stupid
We
name.
can't.
Yeah, we're already over an hour. We can't talk about Matthew
can't.
Justice.
Oh, but we got to talk about the post match in this too because it's so fucking funny.
Yeah, the post match like beat like brawl basically.
Well,
Where
London hits that like a really nice super kick, sneak attack, and then Naon jumps back on him, and honestly, he needs to work on his punches from Mount. Those did not look good. But Paul London gets up and like sprints to the back, like arms flailing, completely panicked. It's
the
so
ref
funny.
the ref separates him,
funny.
and yeah, he I wrote runs for the hills.
It's probably the fastest he moved in the whole match.
That's probably right.
I just remembered. Did you guys see the thing that CML put out of him like in the getting picked up from the airport and he was speaking Spanish at the camera?
I did
No.
not.
About that. I'm gonna send that in the chat because I thought that was very funny.
Yeah,
What a
that's
guy, Paul London.
Paul London. Yeah, top
Another fascinating brain.
top worker of
The
2025. Yeah.
The only one left. The only one who's leaving me wanting more from this godforsaken nation.
That is true. That's a lost art, and he has mastered it.
Yeah, like not even to say like the previous match, the Lobitos and Poros match was the with a similar style finish. Obviously, double count out is different than time expired, but like they do so much that you're like you want to see a rematch because you want to see a finish, but you're kind of so blown up that you're like, oh man, like that'll be crazy the next time, right? But they have to do something more. Whereas like there's so much left on the table here because of how much of the match is Paul London heel control.
Mhm.
Like we don't get a ton of Naon spectacular, shit, I guess, for the lack of a better term. Like
I mean, that power bomb like makes up for it for me.
He
But,
stuffed the shit out of him.
yeah, did not mention that power bomb. The power bomb is like disgusting, and like that not being the pit, like the finish either is amazing. Yeah, just I don't know. It's something so special about this match, and that 2025 Paul London is this good, I guess. Like I don't know, it's that to me makes
Good
the
rest
world of
regimes
this.
don't crack, I guess.
Yeah, I guess it's like a brain thing, right? Like it has to be.
Probably muscle memory.
Well, it's funny, he's a guy who has like openly criticized like this generation of wrestlers for just like doing too much and going too fast. And it's funny coming from Paul London, but when you watch him work in 2025, it's like, wow, he really did like. I don't want to give any credit to WWE, but like, I think he learned a lot from working. We've talked before about how working TV is like, yeah, is really good for you, and I'm sure some of those agents there, but like, how many of his contemporaries are still? Would you be excited to watch against Naon?
That is a good point.
Like
I guess like Roderick Strong. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but I think of that as a little bit later.
That also.
I think that first group of ROH guys that like, Paul London was one of the first like super indie,
like a Joe
like stars.
or
Joe. I'd even put him before Joe. Maybe that's being through it, but I think of Joe in that second group of ROH guys.
I think he kind of was before Joe.
Yeah, the first group of ROH guys to me is like Daniels, Key, London, AJ.
Yeah, Styles definitely.
Yeah.
Xavier.
And I haven't checked in on AJ recently, but like, I doubt he has.
You don't need to.
Yeah, I doubt he has like adapted his style to this degree.
No, he is not.
Maybe don't ask me, but you don't need.
He is not.
As somebody who's probably a bit more impartial than Biz, he is not. No, he is still same old AJ. Who,
Yeah.
but
And
now
Key, I mean, he just can't get
Oof.
booked. So
well, I mean, for good reason.
yeah, yeah.
Promoters don't want to book guys who can, spew conspiracy theories on the internet.
Yeah, they
But I
do.
think
Look
it
who's all
speaks
on the
to
roster.
it speaks to like how smart of a wrestler he is that he could have a match this good in 2025. That was praised by not just freaks like us who watch it a little differently. Like everybody loved this.
Yeah, like I read a review on it this past week. Like somebody who I don't know like wrote a full review about it. And like they thoroughly enjoyed the match, which understandably it's fucking fantastic. Yeah, moving on to our
The main event.
final match of the week. It is Biz's match. It is Dash. Yeah, women. It is Dash
The whole point I'm
Chisako
here.
versus
Yeah,
Senka
that is.
Akatsuki from Tenryu Project 5/21/2025. That means
This
we
is
get
the
to talk
best
about
Tenryu Project production I've seen ever.
I was
Ten-
gonna
camera
say
move!
this is the clearest camera that
Yeah.
has ever been seen on
And
this
dude,
show.
I got so pissed off when the camera moved. You have no idea how pissed off I got. They could have been doing that the whole time. And I'm
Then you
pretty
got-
sure
Comprehensible camera shot ever.
and the camera moves because they're crowd brawling.
yeah,
But like I can't count the amount of matches in the last year where you've missed like so much stuff
because they don't move the
because they don't
camera.
move the camera or it just looks like it was shot with like a fucking flip phone. But blessedly this was not. And yeah, this is why I wanted to torture Biz, because I was hoping she was a little more tapped into Joshi than we have been, and she would bring something like this. And this match is, of course, awesome. And she's another one like Demus, who I think, and this is just because of like volume,
Such an
like
ass
right
beater.
by percentage, like she's on my sheet 6 times this year. And the only people that are on there more would have to be CMLL people, and again, that's like sheer volume. Dash is having such a good year, and I love that she's getting booked in Tenryu Project, and like I can't think of anybody that I would want to see more as like other than maybe Aja, right? As like the mountain to climb, like the dominant, rookie killer. And Chi-Chi's not a rookie, but like those matches are unreal too because Dash is like, just like a tier above.
I mean, she's close enough to being a rookie still,
Yeah.
She's got a gimmick now.
Yeah.
And can do moves.
Yeah. I was really glad you picked a Dash match. And then Senka, of course, like she's
like
do you guys know
the most talked about person
Yeah.
of the year, basically.
Which makes sense. Like Marvelous Rookies, it doesn't get much better, right?
No, she's already mastered the poopy pants walk to the ring.
Yes. Do y'all know what her cage match rating is? This blew me away.
It's high.
Senka?
Probably like a 9.4.
It's
It's
like
probably like a super 9,
It's 9.46, yeah.
Yeah,
And all she does
she's
is
gonna
drop
be
kicks and shoot pins.
Mm-hmm.
And body slam. She's got a body slam.
Yeah, she's got a body slam.
I think the shoot pins aspect is so cool because I think it's just no one does it anymore.
Yeah.
It plays into this match too. Like Dash has to get the ropes.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
She
And
cannot.
like the
like that
other,
thick as fuck.
Yeah.
basically, this is like the shoot pin stuff seems to be something that they're trying to put in a lot more Joshi rookies right now. Like obviously Sari Yamaoka from Marigold is doing it too. People have said they have very similar vibes and potential and stuff, but also she had the shitty braids for a while, so I automatically don't like her.
It's also Marigold.
But no, I just generally think that Senka is like already like leagues above most of those folks right now.
Yeah,
And
it's
I'm
crazy
very
how much
excited to see where
she
she's
jumps
going.
off the screen in the most standard rookie gear and doing the most standard rookie shit. She's like a perfect example of how everything else matters so much more than like move
As
set.
an example of like doing the
aura.
basics good. It's just what we
Yeah.
want.
Yeah, and like this match is a lot of it's a lot of Dash just beating her, like just
Dash just
whooping
kicks her
her
fucking
ass.
teeth in for half this fucking match.
Yeah.
That's Dash's whole MO is like so much of her.
Well, yeah, she went for a
bottom
left handshake at
teeth.
first.
Well, and then yeah, and
Controversial.
Sika hits the most ill-advised like sneak attack of all time, and then just pays for it.
Yeah, the
It just there's nothing like a good hair whip. Like
oh my
yeah.
god, yeah.
she eats like 3, and
Because
it's
that's
like
gotta suck
I've
so
not,
much. Hair pulling hurts like a bitch.
yeah, and like Dash has got some of the best I've seen since like Bull, like doing it in like that's 30 goddamn years ago. But yeah, no, like they like if you get good momentum behind a hair whip and like good stomps in the corner and stuff, like you look like a god. Like yeah.
And
So
Dash is
yeah.
she's so raw. Like she's got that part nailed. Like I know, most of her career is tagging with her sister,
Yeah.
the Jumanji sisters, which is so fucking sick to me that their real name is
Very
Jumanji.
Joshi tag name.
Yes. But like I've seen people say like she's not as good of a singles wrestler. Most of the criticism you see of Dash, I feel like, though, is the safety police, which is a real sign of quality in a wrestler. But
Yeah.
there are very few people better at a beatdown and then like conveying that arrogance during the beatdown. Like she's got those two things down so well. Like she's throwing her around by her hair, as you said. She's stomping her in the corner, but she's like, she really conveys that like playing with her food thing. Even when she's like sort of in danger, you still feel like it's just because she's fucking around.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah. Then she throws that like elbow in the corner and then sliding basement drop kick to the face. Like holy shit. And
One of
then
the
she
great
puts in the
moves.
crossface and I go, oh no. Oh no. But luckily she
Hit the music.
yeah. Luckily Senka gets the ropes and then double legs her and starts hitting her with the forearms. Yeah, she got the forearm.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's got the spirit, but she immediately turns her around and crushes
start
her.
trading.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's a lot of this match is Sanka trying to get a little bit of momentum and then just getting her teeth kicked in. Like
And I feel like rookie Joshi match is like the one place where I see a forearm exchange start and I'm like, let's go.
Yeah.
Yeah, like, and I like the like forearms to the. I know there are some people who don't like Joshi forearms to the chest instead of the head, but I kind of prefer it, especially here because they actually look painful. Yeah, because it actually looks painful.
Yeah.
Well,
and like I said, in a match like this, like it makes narrative sense. Like
when
Senka is trying to hang with Dash and show she can take it, and Dash is trying to like lay her the fuck out with the forearms
when they're
instead
doing
of just
especially
back and forth for 30 seconds.
When they're doing those forearms like on the ground, like it's very like 12-6 elbow-ish, like yes, it is to your chest and not your head, but like that's still like let somebody punch you in the chest or like elbow you in the chest for a minute. You would be on your knees like crying, Most people can barely take like one chop. Like you ever people would be like, "Oh, that sucks so bad," Like you want to take 10 elbows to the chest? No. Shut your ass up.
You want to take a running drop kick to the head through the rope.
Dude. Oh my god, that was so insane. Like that was somehow the most insane one, which is crazy because there's like 4 of those like low side like drop kicks where Senka's like bent over or like in the corner or whatever that Dash just like kills her with, and somehow that is the worst. Like she just full on boots through her face. out to and Seika goes to the outside. And then, like you said, there's some crowd brawling. We actually get a camera pan in Tenryu Project. We get
more production notes that I had for them that they're constantly tapping the mics like I'm in a Zoom meeting.
Thought
Bro, I
something
thought
was
I was
wrong
going.
with my AirPod.
I was like,
I was like, what the fuck is this?
Who the
They
fuck?
spend like 2 minutes tapping the mics, their headset mics, and
I
then
think
Tenryu doesn't talk until like 2 minutes into the match, and I was just like, there he
that's
is.
why I didn't fall asleep watching it. Not because it was boring.
It was too
He woke
anxiety
you up.
inducing.
Yeah, the tapping kept waking me up. I was like, who the fuck is doing that? Am I going crazy?
And then Mr. Merlin Dragon starts.
Yeah, and then the Dragon Man speaks, and I go, oh, he's in my nightmare.
I've been a smoker for 40 years. Fucking.
And I obviously don't know what he's saying, and I think even native Japanese speakers probably have a hard time with it, but I like to imagine he's just talking about how fucking sick Dash is.
Yeah.
Because she is.
Or
He's like,
alternatively,
that's what I would have done.
Years of chain smoking does.
Yeah.
He's watching and he's going, that's what I would have done back then. I would have done
Yeah.
that.
I would also have put my boot to their teeth
Mhm.
14 times in a row.
There's something like that is just so instantly gets you going, like getting thrown into the crowd chairs.
Oh yeah, we had
Like-
that in 3 of the 4 matches, and
Exactly.
it is. It is
they
awesome.
should start
every
doing
time.
this in the. They should start doing this in Orlando, Mexico again.
Yeah, take out that bachelorette party in the front row.
Take out the
Throw 'em.
barricades.
They won't remember.
Take out the barricades.
Yeah.
Take out that child sitting there.
For sure.
But we do get 2 more double stomps here at the end of this one,
Mhm.
and the
This is like
inevitable
God
result.
combo. You need to die.
Yeah.
Like need a gut, hair pull, double stomp, worse double stomp.
Yeah, and
Just 3
something you
double
only
stomps.
get in Joshi.
Yeah.
Just all right,
Yeah.
I'm done.
Mhm.
I'm done. It's over.
And then I think we missed when Dash gets the knees up on her going for the God pin,
Yes.
which is like that
That's such
fucking
a B
sucks.
spot.
That fucking sucks.
I've obviously
And
seen
then
the
she
thing
just
that's
kicks her in
going.
the head like
I've seen the thing that's going viral where I don't know which match it is, but she goes for the same shoot pin and just gets
Yeah.
oh
actually,
the
like,
Johnny
kicked
Robbie
her teeth.
match.
Yeah.
Holy Christ!
Yeah, no, she just straight up kicks her in the mouth, and like that is a surprisingly good match. Yeah,
But like,
that is like a UFC upkick knockout.
while
yeah,
that
no,
one
that's
is
me
cool.
doing it in the game.
Well, that one is cool. That one's like too pretty almost to me. Whereas like this one is like not. It is perfectly like shitty and like
It is a short range car accident.
yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, Dash. She's so good. There was a dude in a server I'm in maybe like a week ago who made like an offhand comment about Dash being mid, and I have not seen somebody go 1v server like that since like Blue Thunder Bomb was the moonsault. Like everybody, everyone agreed that was
It was
like
like,
the
you are
dumbest shit they've ever
stupid as
heard. Yeah.
fuck.
Everything she does
Yeah.
looks great. I don't think it would be crazy to say that she has the best frog splash ever.
She's up
I don't
there.
think that would be crazy to say at all.
Probably not.
Like, all
Sidebar,
of-
Blue Thunder Bomb, if you're listening right now, you suck and I fucking hate
fuck
you, little
you.
Yeah.
Racist.
racist.
Stop
Fuck
listening.
you.
You're not
Racist,
allowed to
sexist
listen.
little shit. Why
Yeah.
you is everywhere. Go
Everyone
away.
hates you.
Yeah, everyone hates you, you little
Everyone
virgin.
hates you, and no one is coming to your birthday party.
Boom.
Or your funeral,
Boom.
which I hope is soon.
Boom.
Yeah.
Yeah, that dude. I've not. I mean, this is not going to be a surprise to anybody. I've not seen a ton of Dash. But like,
They gave her like the honorary Sendai world title reign earlier this year. Was that this year? Yeah, and I was
That
glad
was
to see her get it,
last year, I think.
Okay,
Yeah,
yeah.
like late last.
It did not
They like
last
had
at
her
all.
beat. Yeah, Who
But
did she beat? I don't even remember who she beat.
I don't remember who she beat either. In my opinion, though, maybe Miku.
Yeah,
Not Miku.
yeah.
Okay, yeah.
Oh, wait,
It-
no, that's not.
Like the singer?
Alright. No, not this again.
I'm sorry.
Who's the Miko equivalent in Sendai? I'm drawing a blank.
I'm looking up Senjo right. Well,
Yeah,
that won't work.
you know what I'm talking
Senjo is
about. She's
not-
good in tags.
Yeah, I see her face. I see
Yeah.
her face.
Anywho,
Her
Dash,
title.
in my opinion, is like legitimately one of the like
Mika
five.
Iwata.
Yes. I knew it was Miko.
Get out of the tanning bed, girl. Stop
Please.
that. Stop that
Yeah.
right now.
And stop doing the paint by numbers singles. But
And
Dash
energy's
is
fun,
like
though.
you could make an argument, in my opinion, that she's like the best in the world. She's up there with Day Moose. She's up there with. She's one of those wrestlers that I will watch any match she's in. If I see her on a card, even if I don't like the other person, I'm watching the match.
Yeah,
Thankfully we got exactly what we wanted today.
Yes.
I think all 4 of these matches have a good chance at being match of the year. Obviously, there are people that are gonna talk about fucking some bullshit or even
Nakano versus Saya.
or fucking goddamn. I'll be put out a tweet this week looking for recommendations and like
Cage match top 10 shuffle.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I was curious. I wanted to see if anybody had anything that, I missed.
Well, you got some.
Yeah, shout out Digress.
Yeah.
The funniest
Digress,
person I've seen in forever.
The freak.
He got his fucking head stomped in that match. He fucked
I
up.
love them. They're so nice. They got the strangest taste in anything.
Yes, I
I've
love
ever
you,
seen.
Digress.
Yeah.
Yes.
Hopefully you're listening and not that.
But they came through on that one because that shit was top tier.
Funny as
Lil
fuck.
Sicko versus whoever the fuck. Bentley Reed, is that a person?
Fuck, I don't know.
Probably.
Maybe.
Some
Something
fake
like
shit.
that.
Moving on. It is time for Dom's Animal Corner. Dom.
Yeah.
So because of our guest today, Sam, I will be talking about tapirs, whichever way you'd like to say it.
This is the whole reason I
Sam
didn't
likes,
tee it up for you because I didn't know how to
Tapirs
say
like
it.
Roy Lucier?
No. Sam likes tapirs. Tapirs are cooler than wrestling fans. I didn't mean to sell that. I was just thinking about the animals.
It's okay. It wasn't a good joke. It deserved it.
Yeah, it was a 6 out of 10.
Funny enough, I actually just understood it that it wasn't a rhyming thing. It was a tape trader thing. I thought it's because it rhymed. Dude, do you know when I was a kid, I thought the words frog and boar rhymed? I made a whole project about it, and no one told me.
What?
Yeah.
What do you mean you made a whole project out of this thing that is not true?
I drew out a frog
Project
and a
2025.
Yep,
Yep, that's it. Dom.
I drew out a frog and a boar, and no one told me that they didn't rhyme. So I just did the whole thing like that as a kid.
Amen.
Because they do rhyme.
Anyway,
think about it. Tapirs, they have funny noses, and they're cute, and they're mammals, and they're like, I think they're.
Which is your favorite?
I really like the image of the one that really wants the egg sandwich.
Oh yeah, I think that's not a Malayan tapir, right?
It's
I
a cute
don't blame
one.
him. Egg sandwich, one of the great foods.
Egg sandwich. We might have to put it on the thumbnail.
Yeah.
I already made the
finding
thumbnail
it right now.
Trying to break me.
Yeah, it's probably an Amazonian tapir.
They have funny teeth and they're cute, and they have their noses wiggle, which big fan. That's funny. That's also how I look when I see an egg sandwich.
I want to shout out the mountain tapir. They're fuzzy and they're funny. They're really funny. The one Baird's tapir. You're really cool too.
I like when tapirs are small and could possibly fit in your lap.
Even when they're babies.
Yes.
I've seen the Malayan tapir a bunch, and yeah, I think I've seen Baird's tapirs. La Sachavaca is really cool. Lots of Amazonian peoples hold them very high spiritually. They're very nice. Some of the best stuff to come out of the Malaysian peninsula as well. Malayan
I would
tapir.
agree.
Yeah.
They're just, I mean, they're
Great.
just
It's a
good
fucked up
animals.
place, so yeah.
They're good animals, and they emanate joy and happiness, which that's always
They like
something we
getting
need.
scratches.
Yes, I would honestly be a zookeeper just to be possibly friends with them.
Amen.
No, that's real. I understand that.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, look at these guys. They're crazy.
What's
you
up?
should look into being a zookeeper, dude.
I
Yeah,
don't
that
know if I
sounds
have
like
the
something that
credentials.
actually.
What?
You
What
need
are
to
the
go work at
Of
the
credentials?
course, you have
zoo,
the
man.
credentials.
Oh wait, I
You
might.
can. You have a whole lifetime ahead of you. You can always get the credentials.
Yeah,
Oh,
man.
you're right. Wait, they're true.
Can you imagine waking
Yeah,
up and go into the zoo to go to work every day?
Yeah, that'd be kind
you
of
can
sick.
go give the tapirs a brush.
And me when I'm
Yeah,
literally
like
friends with the gorillas.
yeah, you can you can be the people that are giving like orangutans the blankets and their fruits and
Holy shit.
Yeah, we got to figure this out.
yeah,
We're
we'll
gonna get
we'll
Dom a
do
zoology.
Dom career search later.
Yeah.
Set up Dom's LinkedIn and
Sign him
what
up
are
for
the other
college
career
courses.
websites?
Um,
Dom,
be
we're getting
awesome.
you into community college.
yeah.
Yay.
Moving on. It is time for the cage match game. As
Dreaded.
our rules do, Biz, being our guest, picks the wrestler this week. Scores are as follows: Obby 7, me 3, Dom 2. So once again, Obby could lock it up this week, or me or Dom could cut that lead down by just a little bit more.
I'm gonna get it.
Biz, go ahead and give us the overall rating for the wrestler you have picked.
Yes. So I just want to preface this. I had 2 in mind. I'm sticking with this because I think it's funnier, but I'll explain the other later. So my pick with about 24 ratings is an 8 flat.
8 flat.
8.00.
God damn. So
Naoya Ogawa. That's not funny. Fuck. It's the least
don't
funny wrestler
even
of all time.
Is
he's a very silly guy. What are you talking about?
Is it Booker T?
It is not Booker T. I hit the line.
Is it Nunzio?
No.
No,
Nunzio having an 8 would be.
Nunzio
He
having
could
an 8.
deserve it, but
I mean, that'd be kind of
he could
crazy,
deserve
honestly.
it, but Damian Stone.
Yeah. Damian Stone.
Anyway.
Oh yeah, I forgot you guys just watched.
Oof.
Just watched
Yeah,
early.
if he wasn't there, he would have been 10 times better than everyone on the show. My God, Jimmy Snuka, you. Anyway, I just realized there's a sizable time gap between 2 of these reviews, but
It doesn't
we'll
matter.
deal with it.
Run with it.
Go
ahead, give us the first review.
Yes. Okay, so this is a 10. They're still scary good pushing 50. Normally, people their age, especially blank because it might give it away, start slowing down around this time, but they just keep on going. They could still have a good long run in American major promotion. That's it.
That's a lot of a nothing burger. And in the I understand it.
Well, we know that at some point they're past 50. We know that, right? Because they're around 50. Marcus Alexander Bagwell.
No.
Buff has got to be close to 60, right?
Oh, don't say that.
You are like a little baby.
Also, he's probably not good anymore. Although I think this is a.
I want to imagine the
places,
the people. Who is the person who is going to like Buff Bagwell?
Buff Bagwell needs another run.
He can go in 2015. You get him on 2015 Raw.
We have to give him the Ox Baker Heart Punch.
Yeah, I would have.
No, those
Um,
YouTube clips are too funny. He's one of the stupidest to ever do it.
Guys approaching
Yeah, I mean,
50.
Have you seen that clip of Scorpio being like, "How is he a gigolo? He's got such a tiny dick."
I cannot believe he was a fucking gigolo, bro.
Oh,
That is
Scorpio is
so.
so
No, I
goated.
can. It's a terrible industry we live in, and you end up in some bad places, you know.
In Atlanta, Georgia,
There.
in the
Yeah.
90s,
Yeah.
Bad
they were going
Street,
crazy for
Atlanta,
Marcus
GA.
Alexander Bagwell.
They were.
Fuck.
Buff's got
Yeah.
all the stuff.
Dude, I'm struggling with this. I'm not gonna lie. So around 50. So that would probably put them as like a late 90s, early 2000s guy. Frankie Kazarian.
No.
I don't think she would ever watch Frankie Kazarian.
The thing is I'm not betting on this watching
I do
Frankie
the
Kazarian.
Oku trick.
I'm betting.
Yeah, the Oku trick.
The Oku Gambit.
I'm betting on this bringing somebody fucked up like Frankie Kazarian. Dom, go ahead.
Is it my turn?
Yeah, go
You
ahead.
were like a little baby. This is actually Slim J.
It is not Slim J.
Mm.
Slim J
Fuck
has a
me.
disgustingly low rating.
I was gonna say
Yeah,
it probably
but-
sucks. Yeah. Go ahead.
Okay.
Yeah, go ahead. Give us a second.
Second review is on the other side of the big time jump. Unfortunately, I did not schedule this well. He is nearly 60, so of course he isn't as good as he could have been, but he can still put on a good show. He is still kind of fast, and he is very technical. He has been putting on bangers for almost 40 years, and he doesn't seem to stop anytime soon.
Is this Too Cold Scorpio?
It's not Too Cold Scorpio.
Fuck.
Santito?
Fast.
No.
Damn it.
Mm.
Oh yeah, I forgot
Wow.
about the American company part. Fuck.
Yeah.
You don't think he could have had a good run?
Yeah, give him the AEW run.
Scotty
Too
Too Hottie.
It is not Scotty Too Hottie. That's an 8. Okay. Okay, this next, the last one, right?
Yeah, it's the last review.
Okay. So this is a 7. Good in the ring, albeit not as good as El Hijo del Santo. He is, however, more often remembered for the controversies around his career, and to then cut out a lot because it was way too specific for this.
Hoovy.
No, it is not Hoovy. He has often behaved in irresponsible fashion, leading to several lawsuits and culminating in a nasty public spat in 2007. An out-of-court settlement averted the crisis, but ever since promoters, especially those close to a certain promotion, have become wary of using him despite him being a very big draw. Very good wrestler, but to be handled with care.
I have no idea who this is.
This is one of my favorite reviews on the site because I am so stupefied reading it.
Not as good as El Hijo del Santo is one of the funniest things that you could write about a wrestler.
In the first line.
See, that's what's
He's
fucking.
pretty good, but not as good as the greatest wrestler of all time.
That's what's fucking me up crazy. Because you said American run, but then you talked about
You'll get it.
fucking Santito.
I mean, I don't know.
Holy
Is this one of the Brazos? I already voted, did I?
no.
No, you didn't. That was
I
obvious.
didn't. Woo!
I guess, yeah. I said
Is it Porky, Super Porky, Brazo de Plata?
It is not Super Porky. I really hope he hasn't had this many controversies.
The only
I was
guy I can
thinking,
think
like,
of is
College
Shocker.
Smash.
The only.
Is that your final guess?
Yes, that's my final guess. I don't care.
I'm sorry, Brady. You guys have struck out.
it's LA Park.
No. It's Blue Demon Jr.
Oh my
God
God!
damn it.
He's not
Okay, I wanted to pick this because every review I am stupefied by. When has this guy been a good technical wrestler?
or fast. What?
He's still kind of fast.
He's still kind of fast. Yeah, he's
That
hitting
is
hammer
amazing.
spot so
But
fast.
no, I had to cut out a significant chunk about the naming controversy and about him not being his son.
Great pick.
And
I was
all
not
the
familiar.
NWA bullshit. But that's why they said he should have a run in a big promotion because of his NWA titles run.
I was not familiar with any of this.
I mean, I knew he was.
Yeah, he faced Adam Priest very often.
Yeah, I knew. I unfortunately know about that stuff.
Captain.
Um,
Captain.
yeah, in the don't forget about the stage.
Was it a good title run? Probably not, right?
The
No.
Colt Cabana
No,
Adam Priest.
He did
feud.
not. He was
On-
not a good wrestler until like 2015.
Dude,
Yeah, it's so crazy. He sucked for so long, and then all of a sudden he was like, "Oh, I should just like hit people with hammers and shit."
What was he not even
I-
good in like the AAA tags?
I mean, you found that one IWRG match where he's slamming Blue Panther's head
Yeah,
into
it had
the ring
it-
post,
Because
which is
Fu
awesome.
sent me that.
And then he takes a clothesline over the railing.
That match actually did really rock. It's just old.
That did
man
rip.
punches.
That did rip, but I just wanted to pick that because I was just so stupefied. But my other pick would have been Al Snow because I think that would have been a very funny pick that I've been.
ow.
All you would have had to say for Ob to get it would have been like the rare USA Koji Katao trainee, and he would have been, yep, that's Al Snow.
Broke his neck.
He broke his neck.
Yeah, he had a match.
I had no idea any of this lore.
It's a jet lag classic.
It is.
Al
Jet
Snow,
lag
you're
classic.
ugly as
Koji
shit,
Katao
man.
getting his neck breaking.
Yeah, Al
Al Snow's
Snow, we're
neck.
putting you in the Blue Thunder driver.
Yeah, you're going in the
category or
Blue
whatever
Thunder.
the fuck.
I
Blue
can't
Thunder
imagine. I would love to think that Al Snow has listened to this podcast.
Al Snow. Let's all cut promos on Al Snow.
Fuck you, Al Snow.
Al
Al Snow, you boring.
That's the name of the episode.
Al
Fuck
Snow.
you, Al Snow.
We're going to
Fuck you.
surround your house, and we're gonna kick in your doors. We're gonna fucking jump you.
Al Snow,
Fuck
why
OVW. Fuck
why,
OVW.
why if I
bitch.
type in Al Snow full match into YouTube? Don't ask me why. Why when I type in Al Snow full match into YouTube, I don't get any full matches, but I do get like 30 fucking clips about you talking about what's wrong with the
What's
business.
the finish?
I'll tell you, Al Snow full match is his face and my ass.
It's funny when
That's
I look
real.
up Al Snow full match on YouTube, I just get a video of a man taking a shit in a toilet.
I get
Boom.
like
I
the
get a
FBI is
hotline
kicking down my
pop-up.
door.
Mm-hmm.
The only reason you were over is because people liked chanting head.
Well, there's also
And he came out to the Prodigy.
there's the classic you shoot image where someone asked him, was like, by your definition,
ever-
have you never had a good match ever yourself? And he's just kind of staring. They really
I
picked
mean,
that
that
out.
is the only good. It is the only good you shoot question, I will say, because it's the only one not focused on like cocaine and dicks.
Or dicks.
and Batista's cock, yeah.
How big is it?
I don't know. I don't
I
even
couldn't
think it's
tell
that
you.
big. I think everyone's lying.
That's real.
I'm
That's
not protecting the business anymore.
We're shooting on Batista's dick.
There's a title.
We're shooting his cock, brother.
So yeah, nobody gets a point this week. So the score,
They're
Great
awful.
job. No, that was great.
yeah,
Very good.
first. I mean, that's the first time in a while we've had a stumper, right?
Yeah.
Like, I think since we started this new cage match, like the new game, like new set series, whatever you want to
Yeah.
fucking call it. Since we reset the
All
points.
right. Well, give her point, cause she'll be back. Hopefully.
I'll be
On the
back.
board.
Yeah.
I'm just banking the point for the next game.
Yeah.
She's going to be part of the new Outsider stable with Poochie when they abandon Ben and come to File Under Fire.
Invade.
Yeah.
You know who I am.
Here we are. But do you know why we're here?
What do you know I have on my butt?
Dude of the week. As we have done in the past, Biz is our guest, so typically we would give you dude of the week, but we've already made you we've made you dude of the week once before.
Twice.
Twice, yeah, even. So I also said, on top of you being dude of the week, I also wanted to give it to whoever owns the Zona 23 junkyard.
Real.
Upload your matches. Upload your
Y'all,
shows.
please,
Yeah,
I'm
I thought
begging
this
you,
was
the
just a
anniversary
kiss-ass
happened
way to
today.
get the show.
I've commented on Facebook multiple
I've
times,
seen.
but unfortunately
seen.
it's in English. But so that might not be helpful.
Yeah, throw that out. Throw that out.
Yeah, please. I do. It is funny if you don't follow Zona on Facebook. For some reason, it always translates the junkyard to the boneless. So whoever owns the boneless,
Yeah.
That's a
shout
really
out.
cool name, though. I cannot lie.
Yeah.
Zona 23 was a name that fucked me up for a while. I've definitely talked about this. I don't know if I've said it on the pod, but like it fucked me up because I thought like I never understood what the 23 part was for, and in my head like it was for the year, but it's not at all.
They like Bandito 23 plex. That's 21 plex. I
It's
don't know.
21
I mean, isn't it
plex.
just Zone 23?
Yeah,
Yep.
it is. I'm just
It's like
stupid.
Gucci Mane, Mr. Zone 6.
There have been 23 deaths in this arena.
That's low count, probably.
Yeah.
Yeah, probably.
23 staph infections.
God
Shout out.
damn.
We got an email. We got another email.
We did.
Whoa!
We did.
I mean, I wanted to just give a quick dude of the week shout out to Thungum in case he's ever possibly listening to this. He probably isn't. But
If you made it
I
this
just
far,
wanted to-
shout out.
You somehow made it this far, babe. Shouts out to you. Yeah, funny as fuck.
Go ahead. Give us this letter we've been wrote.
This email is from Batista's dick. No, of course it's from it's from Connor.
Hi, Connor.
Hi, Connor.
We love you, Connor. The subject is "I'm not alone." Very relevant email.
That's a little scary.
I'm scared.
Blue Demon is in the room with Connor.
Yeah, do you need help?
Yeah.
Hey, file under fire, dude. My time as the sole email correspondent has finally come to an end, of course, because we got an email last week from our guest.
Yeah.
And they immediately have a better email than me by sneaking a second Dom animal segment onto the pod.
Yeah.
Just wanted to say that I've started my Butch Reed education. So happy about that. And I'm enjoying it immensely, so thanks for turning me on to him. Also love the Takayama discussion this week. He's one of my favorites, and this was a match I haven't seen before. Thanks for the pod, guys. Sincerely, Connor. P.S. I was at the show where Gabe Kidd injured Eddie Kingston. And
Wow!
a match I saw live.
sorry.
We mentioned on the pod, even tangentially, so that was a fun surprise.
I'm sorry.
Wow,
Sorry
that's
you were
actually
there.
very
Yeah.
fun.
New Japan strong.
Yeah.
Terrible.
New Japan strong, big
Terrible.
fan, Connor.
Yeah, big New Japan strong guy. No, we shouldn't do that to Connor. That's mean.
No. Let's focus on the Butch Reed part.
Yes,
Yeah.
Butch Reed is
Yeah.
awesome.
Butch
There are
Reed
so many
education is
guys,
going
yeah.
into Dom's community college too.
Yep,
Yeah, I
there
put
are
that on
so
here.
many guys from that era that we should have re-education classes for because they were all ass beaters.
Hmm.
I'm gonna be
That's
depressed. Look up his
His
cage
cage
match
match,
rating.
yeah.
Yeah, I think it legitimately might be like the
A
worst
5?
one ever. I think it's
Probably.
under a 5. No, it's a
How?
5.55.
Fuck you!
Brutal.
Yeah.
I think
Fuck you,
JYD's
Bleach.
pretty close.
I mean,
Yeah.
the JYD one is so fucking stupid.
Butch Reed
He
built
was
out
trained by
of
Lord Littlebrook and Little Tokyo. Wow.
Butch Reed built out of Warrensburg, Missouri.
I don't know. People who give bad reviews to things are so stupid. That's how I
unless
feel
they're
with
bad.
most.
Some
Yeah,
things,
no,
yeah,
yeah,
if they're
but
bad.
unless they're good.
Like, I'm giving a bad review to that MJF thing.
No, 'cause
Anything.
I was thinking, I talked to Ob. I don't know why Meltzer had specifically hates Regal. I mean, he gave all those Regal Steamboat matches like a 1
British.
star and 3/4. It's fucked up.
British.
Oh, he loves Oku.
You're right.
Well, he loves British Africans. He just doesn't like the white guy.
I don't like white guys either.
Yeah.
They're evil.
Evil.
I just burped. I'm sorry.
No, that's real.
And I got the hiccups now. Fuck.
Oh yeah, it's okay. We're at the
Oh,
end of the
no.
podcast anyway, so it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Cameras.
Yeah.
Cut the fucking cameras, dude. I got the hiccups.
Fucking
Yeah.
cameras. Yeah. So if
There's a thing.
If you enjoyed this episode, please like, comment, subscribe, or just do it anyway, please. I'm begging you. I'm literally.
Even if you hated it,
Yeah,
do it anyway.
even if you hated it, just
Yeah.
interact with the video actually, or
Al Snow, fuck you.
yeah,
Fuck you, Al
fuck
Snow.
you, Al Snow. If you liked it or hated it, please interact with the video. Tell us what we did terribly wrong, or tell us how much you love it in the comments. Like, subscribe.
Watch my fucking podcast.
Yes. Listen to a really good podcast.
Yes,
Yes, please.
it is
It's
it's a really good time.
it's a trip. It's every time I am exhausted coming out of these sessions.
Yeah, it's like the
It's
worst
specifically
shows.
designed to torture her, so that's
Yeah, it's like the
It's
worst
true.
shows you could watch,
True.
really.
Because we ran through the wheel of all like half my shows before it even started, so it's all bad.
Yeah, it's all bad. Yeah, that's real. That's the one
Praying
nice.
we get Gaia this week, but
That's the one.
actually no. This week's episode's pretty fucking sick. So
That's the one of the nice things about this podcast is we're not we don't put our fate
No,
in someone else's hands. we control everything. So go check out Really Good Podcast. That is Wheel, spelled WHEELE, or oh fuck, holy shit, I can't spell.
that's not right. That's not right. Anyway, spelling
WHEELY. Yeah, I should know.
No math.
I should know. I made the fucking podcast logo.
Yeah, you did that. You did that.
We're never bringing pod. I mean, fuck, I messed it up. We're never bringing math on this pod again.
Oh God, not the
spelling.
math. Yeah, we're spelling. Somehow we have one
Pronouncing.
we have one teacher on this podcast, and the other two guys are the ones that are always having to do the math or the English or all the other shit.
You don't
Dude,
do the math.
Al's gonna have to tutor me, bro. I can't do all it.
Yeah, that's how we're gonna get you to be a
Shit, I don't go
zookeeper.
cheap.
I'm gonna just cheat my ass off on everything.
That's
Oh,
what
okay.
I typed anyway. That's what tutoring is.
Yeah, that's true.
Google
Yeah,
it.
that's
True.
uh-huh.
That's true.
As always, send an email if you want to get a hold of us at fileunderfirepod@gmail.com. Holy fuck, I'm fucking this outro all
Careful.
up. So email us, watch the matches, and check out the blog. Yeah, check out Yard Subject to Change. I think that's it. I think I've mentioned everything I need to mention.
Uh-huh.
I don't know. My head hurts.
Dude, I can't wait to eat food.
That's real.
Bye.
Yeah, see you guys next week. Bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye.